Welcome everybody to Deck Pass Live, presented by Xfinity. We are here at the beautiful Wellmark YMCA, where we just had a great night of competition in the TYR Pro Swim Series. I'm Jeff Commings, joined by three-time Olympian Lynn, Joyce. The racing is not over just yet, Kara. We've got a really fun event. This is probably the best thing about the TYR Pro Swim Series. We've got the 200-meter mixed medley relay.
It kind of brings me back to my summer league days, mixed relays.
Yes, it's going to be so fun. And they're going to be swimming for pride. It's not, they're not trying to get, the prize money. This is for the swim squad pride. All these teams are going to be really racing to just see what they can do and go back and say, yeah, we know what we're doing with the relays. We're pros. We haven't done a lot of relays recently, but we could do it. It's
probably some of the most exciting racing that you can watch.
Yes.
It's all strategy-based, so whether a team goes boy, girl, boy, girl, 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 boy, boy, we'll find out once they get on the blocks and see what the order is.
That's what I love. So here goes the lineup. Lane 3 in the Dorado squad. We got Nic Fink in backstroke, Bethany Gallant breaststroke, Jack Conger butterfly, and then Nia Lil will do freestyle. There's the Beisel bunch. Kathleen Baker leads it off with backstroke, followed by Michael Chadwick doing breaststroke. Kendall Stewart will do butterfly, and then Zane Grothy follows it up with freestyle. Then there's the Adams squad. There's Jacob Pebley getting ready to do backstroke. Michael Summerall will do breaststroke, and you see Kelsey Dahlia behind Jacob there going to do butterfly, and they'll wrap it up with Michael Andrew in the 50 freestyle. Wrapping up with the Jaeger squad. Jay Litherland just got out of the 400 IM. This is going to be the best double of the night.
That was a good warm-up for him.
Yeah. And then Andrew Wilson will do breaststroke, Melanie Margalis butterfly, and then Gabby Duluth will do freestyle. 50 meters of each stroke for these four swimmers. What I love about the mixed medley is you just don't know what's going to happen. Like you said, it could be girl, boy, girl, boy, 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 girl, girl. You just don't know. And I hate to really call a favorite right now, Kara,
well,
but I
think
have
two backstroke specialists in this first leg. We have Kathleen Baker in lane 4 for the Beisel squad and Jacob Pebley in lane 5. Those are the only two specialists on backstroke.
Yeah, and then we'll see how that shapes up after the backstroke, because we got a really good lineup for breaststroke too. So we'll see how this goes. I'm really anxious to see how Nic Fink goes up against Kathleen Baker here. It might be come down to a touch. So from the top of your screen, we got the Dorado squad, the Beisel squad, Adams squad, and then Jaeger.
I think that was Nic Fink's first backstroke start in his life.
Yeah, Nick is kind of, what's he doing? It's doing a little warm down there. Jacob's really taking it to the field.
Adams squad, he's got about a body length and a half on Kathleen Baker right below him.
Yeah, and there's Nick
holding his own against Nic Fink, having just come out of that 400 IM.
So a big lead for the Adams squad. Gives Micah Summerall a big lead because Michael Chadwick's coming in there in lane number 4.
But Micah is a breaststroker.
Yes.
So going up against Chadwick, who's a sprint freestyler, it would be impressive if she could hold on to this lead.
Yes, and absolutely. And look there in lane number 6. That's Andrew Wilson.
Yep. And then at the top of the screen, we got Bethany Gallant.
Yeah, she's feeling the effects of Nick's backstroke leg there. So now it's a 3-team race, and we got all ladies doing butterfly. And we got Kendall Stewart in lane 4, and then Kelsey Dahlia just won the 50 fly. Melanie Margalis, no slouch in butterfly either. This is looking pretty good.
Yeah, Kelsey Dahlia probably the quickest 50 flyer in this heat of women.
I think Kendall needs to give Zane Grothy a big lead, because Zane is not a 50 freestyler. Michael Andrew, who is a 50 freestyler is going to go in second. We'll see how this shakes up. Zane could really dig deep here.
Zane. Michael right behind him, and at the bottom of the screen we have Gabby Duluth.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So as we said, Michael Andrew, he knows what he's doing there in the 50 freestyle. I got to give props to Zane.
Zane, though. He's got that big windmill stroke. He looks like a sprinter.
I've never seen a kick behind Zane like that before.
Wowza.
And so there it is. The Adams squad wins it, 144 and change. That's
only increasing their lead in the swim squad series.
Yeah, they had a really good night too. So a lot of pride for the Adams squad there. I think they've been having a really good meet here, and you just look at that lineup. Jacob Pebley, who won the 200 back, Kelsey Dahlia won the 50 fly, Michael Andrew, who's won like 4 events so far, Micah Summerall. I think this is just a really good team. I think
we can take that to the Olympics. I feel good about that.
Yeah, I think they could do all right. So let's look at the start, so let's look at this start here, and we'll see what happened with Nick. I think
Nick is at the top of the screen.
He's at the top of the screen. I think he might have slipped.
This could be the first backstroke start he's ever done.
Probably. Oh, he went a little deep.
Down.
Yes, he went a little deep. So he didn't slip. He just went straight down. And I've had a few backstroke starts like that, and it's hard to recover from that. So, yeah, I thought I have a feeling he really wanted to race Kathleen and Jacob too. But
this is only going to make him better.
Yeah, yeah. And hopefully he'll say, I want to do another backstroke race to kind of just get that out of my head. But look at that. Jacob Pebley on the right, Kathleen on the left. And then Michael Andrews saying, Zane, I know you tried, but I'm a sprinter. I know what to do.
Zane really turned it on, though. I'd like to see Zane split. I'm impressed by that big stroke.
I think after he went that 49 in the 100 freestyle, he's probably got a little confidence as a sprinter.
Yeah, so what's the equivalent? Do we need to see sub 23 in a 50 free?
I think it's probably, sub 23. I think that would be equivalent.
All right.
Yeah. So just want to kind of give people a little perspective about the mixed medley relay. They're not just swimming for pride here. This is going to be an Olympic event in 2020.
It's great practice because it's not very often that girls and guys get to dive off of each other, swim into each other. So this is the best practice that they can possibly get going into the Olympics.
Right, and I cannot wait to see the mixed 400 medley relay in Tokyo.
It's all strategy.
It's all strategy. It's not like the mixed 400 free relay where you just put your two best female 100 freestyles, your two best male 100 freestyles.
There's so many different variations that you can do to put your best lineup forward.
I don't want to be the coaches who have to make that decision because that's like you're up all night.
Oh, for sure. Like, do you want somebody to dive in even though they're really fast, but there's going to be a big wave next to them because they're behind?
Yeah.
You know, there's so much that goes into it. A lot of science.
It's a lot of science, and it's really kind of interesting too because I remember the World Championships where Lily King swam breaststroke where all the other teams had men and Lily King got way behind, but then you put Caleb Dress on butterfly and he just kind of took care of business. There's no problem with that. So it's just really interesting to see that, and really congratulations to all those swim squads. They did a really fantastic job. Well, we're gonna talk to a couple of those swimmers when they get down to the deck, and we'll also talk about some of the other highlights from the pool right after this.
We're here at the booth with USA Swimming and Signia Gamma Rho for Swim 1922. We're having everybody we possibly can to teach them how important it is to learn how to swim. We're taking pictures. We're having a lot of fun here. It's all about celebrating how important it is to learn how to swim and getting the word out.
We are excited this week to bring a delegation here in Washington, D.C. to attend the Congressional Black Caucus Annual Legislative Conference. And while we're here, we're also conducting a community outreach through our Swim 1922 initiative, which is our drowning prevention partnership with USA Swimming. And here at the Convention Center, we actually have an educational booth about the initiative of drowning prevention in partnership with USA Swimming. And we've had wonderful participation and support by two Olympians, Cullen Jones and Maritza McClendon. Also to talk about the drowning prevention initiative and expose not only our young people, adults as well, to Black Olympians.
Back when I was swimming and competing in the 2004 Olympic Games, I remember the statistics being that 70% of African American children don't know how to swim and 60% of Hispanics don't know how to swim. Now, fast forward 14 years later, and you're seeing those statistics decrease. We're now at 64% of African American children and 45% for Hispanics. And it's because of programming like Swim 1922 and the Make a Splash initiative that we're getting this conversation started in our community so that millions more kids are learning how to swim.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that mixed medley relay. So much fun, so much action, and just so many surprises. You never know what to expect. And we've got one of the swimmers who was part of that mixed medley relay. We've got Nic Fink joining us. Nick, thanks for joining us. We saw you had a little bit of difficulty with that backstroke. Talk us through that.
Yeah, I don't want to be known as part of that mixed medley relay. No, this is actually the first time I've ever used a backstroke wedge.
That's what we thought.
We guessed that.
And yeah, those have been out for a few years, and I've never even touched it. So as you can see, I killed my start, and then no, I was swimming, you know, just
playing catch up that whole 50.
Well, yeah, a little bit of that, and I turned to take a peek at Kathleen because I told her she better not beat me, but she was like 2 body lengths ahead of me at the 25, and that's new when I was in. I knew I was in for a rough one.
Yeah, we were actually kind of excited for that matchup because we were like, no, Nick's not known for backstroke. He's going to be racing the world record holder. I'm sure there was a little smack talk going on behind the blocks.
Yeah, a little bit. I just wanted my relay to focus on the reaction times because that's part of the glory too. Is the fastest reaction time. So we weren't focused too much on swimming in the water, just what we were doing on the blocks. So.
Well,
Nick,
that's okay.
What did you do to prepare for this 50, aside from not doing any backstroke starts?
It was a lot of visualization.
Yeah.
Definitely, it was no technique in the water, no warm up, just mostly visualization. You kind of have to see yourself going under 30, to do it. So it was definitely the key.
We look forward to seeing future backstroke starts from you and letting you redeem yourself.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm definitely willing to do it again.
So that 50 breaststroke you had tonight was pretty good. It was a really good race. You're one of the things I like about your 50 breaststroke is you're not one of those people who has that explosive speed, but you're one of those guys who kind of creeps up at the very end. Did you kind of feel yourself creeping up on those two guys at the end?
Not really. I just you can't really see exactly what everyone's doing just because it's breaststroke and not really freestyle or anything like that. But I know I have a pretty good start, and then those guys tend to take over and take over the race a little bit, and then I try to outlast them a little bit. But yeah, I mean, Felipe had a great swim this morning and this afternoon, and so did Michael Andrew, and it was a pretty loaded heat. So I'm pretty happy with that time and with that place.
How's it set up for the 200 tomorrow?
Oh, it sets up really well. Figuring out that speed, today, and then we're gonna, have a little bit of easy speed tomorrow and building into the whole 200. So it should be good. I'm really excited about it.
And so what about that? Talk us about the Georgia program. We talked to Olivia yesterday about it. What is it about it that really has you guys performing at such a high level every day at every meet?
Well, it's good because there's a big group of us. So there's, I think, more than 10 of us now. And it's really fun because every day we get to come in and push each other, and we lift weights together and all that stuff, and we all, we're all pretty good friends, so it just makes it more fun and more enjoyable. And I think that's why we're all performing really well this year, is because we don't see it really as like just doing workouts. We see it as our job, but we're also having a lot of fun with it.
Would you say the mascot of your pro group is Floyd the Bulldog? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, well, he maybe a self-proclaimed mascot for sure. He Chase likes to post about him, and he's a cute little guy, so he's fun.
Well, it's really great talking to you, Nick. It was really fun to see you kind of show off your potential in backstroke. We just got to get you more work on that backstroke ledge. I think you got a future. Yeah, there's Rome wasn't built in a day, and I let Kathleen have this one. She needed it, so yeah, she needs a boost to kind of help her with her backstroke.
Yeah, definitely. So you gotta let them have it now and then. So
yeah. Thanks for joining us, Nick.
Thanks,
Good
Nick.
luck with your 200 breaststroke tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
All right, so that was Nic Fink talking with us out there at Mixed Medley. I really believe that when I'm a breaststroker who also likes backstroke, and I know it's a rarity.
Rare breed.
Yeah, and when you get a breaststroker on their back, it's just like, what is going on here? It's just so weird.
It's like we saw the wheels turning in his head as that race was going.
Yeah, he's like, I give up. Oh, maybe I shouldn't give up too much. It was really fun to watch that, and we're going to have more mixed medley relays off this TYR Pro Swim Series. So much fun. Like I said, it's a build-up to this summer at the World Championships. They're going to have mixed medley relays. They're going to have it at the Olympics.
It's great practice for these guys.
Yeah, I just can't wait. I cannot wait. It's actually of all the events that they added to the Olympic program, that's the one that got me the most excited.
The most exciting.
Yeah, and I think the crowds are going to love it. So let's talk about somebody else who we're going to be seeing at the World Championships and maybe at the Tokyo Olympics, Allison Schmitt. I can't think of a person who is more loved here at this meet than
Absolutely
Allison.
Beloved.
Her smile lights up the room. We could turn off all the lights and she could light up this place in a second. And I think everybody was really excited to see her in the 200 free final and to take it out so hard and hold off.
She had that early speed tonight, for
She
sure.
had really good early speed, and I think with some work, she can get that finish down, too.
I'm sure. I mean, I think this swim is just more than anything probably a big confidence boost for Allison, getting her hand on the wall first, getting under that 158 mark.
Yeah.
And that heat, I mean, it was loaded with a bunch of Olympians and 800 free relay swimmers.
Yeah, so the top four finishers, Allison Schmitt, Melanie Margalis, Leah Smith, Helene Flickinger, and there's Allison, lane 2 up at the top. Melanie Margalis almost ran her down. If we had one more stroke, it might have been Melanie, but it was Allison. Look at that stroke. I always love that stroke. Just looks like it's so efficient. It looks effortless. I know it's not, but
sense of relief, too, right?
Yeah, look at that. She's like, yep, I did it. I'm really happy about that. So really good swim for Allison, 157.7. I'm just so happy she was able to pull that out. And, you know, she's going to be going back to Tempe and working with Bob Bowman on some things she can fix. Obviously, she knows that she's got to have some finishing speed. But, you know, then the 4 months that she has until she gets to swim the 200 free at the World Championships, which makes me happy. She's going to really have a lot of work to do, but I really think she has it in her. You know, she's been talking about the mental health issues that she had after Rio, but I think she's really, it's not to say it's ever fully behind you, but I think she's really kind of gotten a grip on it, and it's really helped her in the pool.
Allison really brings so much experience to this team, too. She's a natural leader, and she made her first Olympic team in 2008, swimming that 4x2 relay. So she has the experience. She has the front end of that race down, so it'll be great to see how she progresses over the next 15 months.
Right. So this was a night of triples. We had two outstanding athletes put on a show for us in 3 events over a very short period of time. We're going to start off with Caleb Dressler there. You see him in lane number 1 in the men's 200 freestyle. I was kind of thinking he was going to do what I remember seeing him do in 2017, take out the race hard and just have everybody catch him, but he kind of took it out a little bit slow and he kind of back-halved it, and I think he had like the 3rd fastest 50, last 50.
Yes.
So that's really good closing speed for Caleb, and I think he should be really happy with that. So that was the 200 freestyle, and then what I was really kind of waiting to see is how long he would have between that and the next event was the 50 breaststroke, because you need a lot of time to get that 200 free out of you, even if you're only doing
you
a 50.
got to swim that thing out.
I think he probably would have wished he had twice the time he had, but he only had like 11 minutes, and
11,
he got up
12
for that.
minutes, yeah.
And that 50 breaststroke was not easy. It was a very stacked field. We had Michael Andrew Wilson, Nic Fink. They were all going to be battling it out, and Caleb held his own, not really known specifically as a breaststroker. I think short course.
He's got a beautiful breaststroke.
He's got a beautiful breaststroke, and he killed everybody on that start. If it were a 15-meter breaststroke, he would have won. But he did pretty well with, I think it was 11 to 12 minutes, and he got 7th place in that, and then he went on to the 50 butterfly. Another 11 minutes?
Yep, 11 minutes later. This is like a practice for Caleb. It's like at Florida, back at home.
You're probably right.
Doing a Saturday morning practice.
Yeah, I think Greg Troy has him do like, you know, probably 5 100s of like the 4-minute interval, and Caleb's like, this is nothing. Yeah, so he did pretty well with that 50 fly, 23.9 for 5th place.
Yep.
Pretty good with that, and I think that gives him confidence that, you know, he has the stamina.
Absolutely.
And I think that's really what you need, especially this time of year where I know Greg Troy does not rest his athletes until they absolutely need to. So he put up some good times, and I think he's got to be pretty excited about what the rest of the spring and summer holds for him.
Yeah, 200, 50, 50, solid lineup for Caleb. Great swimming tonight. Not to be outdone, though, on International Day of the Women, International Women's Day, we had another solid triple happen tonight.
Yes, Haley Flickener put together really solid triple. I think, you know, we call Katinka Hosu the Iron Lady, but I think we're going to have to start calling Haley Flickener the Iron Lady.
Iron Lady.
So look at this. Look at this lead in the 400 IM. This was her last event.
Yes.
After the 200 free and the 200 back.
Not easy events to lead into the 400 IM.
And she looks like this was her only event. 438 and change for that 400 IM. And she's
that's a great time,
That's a really good time for Haley. I think she should consider putting the 400 IM in her Olympic trials program.
Oh, I completely agree. And maybe throw a couple 200s race in before she swims in finals.
Yeah, I think she's awesome.
Someone that just gets better and better as she goes. She finishes her 200 fly so strong every time. You know, she swims at Georgia with Nick in that pro group, and they have endurance. If there's one thing that Georgia has.
Yes. Jack really puts them to their steps. So I think, like I said, Haley probably after that 200 free was like, oh, I only got 600 meters left to race. Bring it. And I was really impressed with that 200 backstroke. She went 2:10.24 for 2nd place. I mean, I wouldn't say she was running down Kathleen Baker, but I think if it were a 250 backstroke, I think Haley might have won it, because I think she was just getting started. And that's what you need to be when you're a 200 swimmer. You need to have that. You don't want to feel like you're fading. You want to feel like you're still strong all the way into the wall. And I don't want to. I always thought that Haley's like this little wind-up toy. She never slows down. She just keeps going and going and going and going.
Even as she gets older, it doesn't stop.
Yeah,
she doesn't get tired.
It's really amazing, and that's what she's going to need at the international level. She needs to have that kind of endurance and just that mental toughness to just stick with it all the way through. So that was just a really good night of competition, topped off with that mixed medley relay. I just get chills thinking about how fun that is.
My heart's still racing from that.
Have you ever done a mixed medley relay?
I actually have. At Duel in the Pool in 2007, I got to take off of Michael Phelps.
Oh my gosh.
So a question I get asked all the time by kids is, have you ever raced with Michael Phelps? And you'd think the answer would be no, but I'm like, there was one time.
You're one of the few women that could say that.
Yeah.
That is really cool. Well, as a master swimmer, we do it all the time. Mixed medley relays are part of masters, and
It's just fun.
I just love doing it. Sometimes I have a female swimming into me. Sometimes I have a male swimming into me. Sometimes I'm doing backstroke and I'm swimming in to a female. It's just, you never know, and it's just so much fun because you just like, even after you swim, you're just like, what's going to happen? You're looking all over the pool, trying to
Hopefully you're a better backstroker than Nick.
Yeah, I've worked on a few backstroke stars more than Nick has, but yeah, I know how terrifying it can be if you kind of. I've only done like maybe 3 starts in my life.
I've
on
never
a
used the wedge start either, so I actually can sympathize with Nick.
Yeah, they're really cool, but you kind of feel like you have a little more power, so it does kind of take things away from you.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for joining us for our coverage here at Deck Pass Live, presented by Xfinity. We're going to be back tomorrow. We got 2 more shows to wrap it up here, so please don't miss it. We've got Camille Adams on our post-prelim show. She's going to be talking about how her swim squad is doing, and they're doing extremely well, so you don't want to miss that. That's going to be right after prelims. And then after all the finals are done, we're going to have one more show to wrap everything up. So for everybody behind the camera, I'm Jeff Commings with Carolyn Joyce, and we'll see you tomorrow.